Well, I guess I probably ought to say something sooner than later. I kind of half teased it a couple of videos ago that I'm preparing for something that I wasn't ready to talk about, but it's only 2 weeks away, so I guess now would be the time. I am running a booth at the Billings Renaissance Fair, and I have for the past 2 years, and it is beyond fun. But today I'm going to take these two pieces. Well, I have 3 more of these, just the one on this, and these are going to get cut and tossed onto a lathe so I can make some wands. And I think they're gonna look very nice. Here, I'll get a close-up really quick. If you look at the grain, it is very dynamic, so I should get some very good looking wands out of it. This piece is walnut, and it is gonna look great. Alright, here is gonna be my spot of operation for the next couple hours. So we want to take these pieces, cut them in half, drill the ends, and probably put the table saw, the blade, at a 45-degree angle so we can cut those corners and make it an octagon shape, which will just make the turning a lot easier. And then we can chuck it up into here, and I'll use some of these so that I can turn the shapes that I want. And when we go to cut these in half, I'll also be cutting these knots out, so this right here is going to get lost, and I'll have to cut out this section right here. Oh, and this one isn't square, so we'll have to run it right there to make it square. Alright, now these are a better size and shape, so now I just have to mark the center on the ends, drill a hole, and that way I can chuck it into the lathe and I can get started. Alright, it is set up and ready. Got some really nice grain. I've got my other pieces ready to go. So I guess I'll just jump to it. Alright, here is what I wound up with. And I like them quite a bit. So now I have to take a saw and cut the ends off. I'm going to leave the ends on the tip, but this one I left the end of the pommel fairly big because I'm going to cut this end off and actually set a stone, a cabochon on the bottom of that one inside of there. And then this one I made this little diamond shape specifically because I'm going to set a faceted stone here, here, and then abalone here and here. And it should look really cool. So I guess I can go cut these ends off now and be right back. Alright, the ends have been cut off. Now I just need to go over and round these over a bit. And then this one is actually ready for stain. And then this one, again, round that over a bit more. And then I have to widen that hole a bit. But I'm actually going to make the cabochon first, so I know it's easier to make a hole to fit the cabochon than it is to make a cabochon that fits the hole, so yeah. And then I have to, like I said, facet a few stones. I already have the abalone pieces ready to go. Anyway though, I've got both ends cut off on this one, and this is the one that is not getting any gemstones or anything put into it, so this is actually ready to stain, and I'm going to be using a fairly dark stain so it should pop that wood grain out. I'll show you in a second, but while that stain's drying I figured I'd show you this one, which is also now ready for stain. I made the hole, and this is what's going inside of it. This is a green aventurine cabochon, and it should sit about there probably. Pop out just enough. I'm going with a very dark stain, so I wanted to pick something bright that would stand out well. So I'm going to stain this and then polish this, and then I can assemble the two together and then do a clear coat over top of everything. Here is the wand, now that it's got a good stain in it. So now it is ready to get the stone epoxied into place, and then I can do a top coat. The other one is actually drying right now from the top coat, so I'll pop that in and come right back. Here it is now that the stone is in place. So now I can do a high gloss clear coat and it ought to look great. And I can start preparing the pieces that are going into the other wand. Okay, not gonna lie, I may have forgotten about this video for a while. I can't show the after of the one with the green aventurine cabochon because it actually sold. I made 6. These are the 2 that didn't sell. So here's one that you saw now that it's all finished up. And here is that one with the stones in. This one we were keeping as a display piece. Got some nice abalone in the pommel down here. And some very, very pretty garnet cabochons. Here, I'll zoom in. Look at the red in that garnet. That one's a bit darker, but that one is just so bright. And then here is that abalone. So yeah, I'd say it came out fairly well. And the way I set these in is actually very simple. You just take some calipers and find out the width of your stone, and then find a drill bit that is a similar size and glue it in. Like I said before, it's definitely easier to make a hole to fit the stone than make a stone to fit the hole. So, and then same with the abalone in the bottom. Well, that is going to do it for this one. Feel free to send me a friend request or follow me on Facebook. I am always posting regularly on projects that I'm working on. A lot of stuff that doesn't make it into videos I post over there, and my girlfriend made me make an Instagram specifically for the shop and my YouTube channel, so I will leave the link for both of those in the description. And I am working on a very cool video that I am excited to get out, so keep an eye out for that one as well.